Hello friends, good morning. Am I audible to all of you? We'll start solving the problem and I request all of you to keep on writing the uh, answers in a chat box immediately so we can go with the faster. Good morning Vaishnavi. Okay, so the problem was given to you, the calculate the velocity of flow and corresponding discharge in a sieve of circular section having diameter equal to 1 meter laid at a gradient in of 1 in 500. The sieve runs at 0.6 depth. Use the Manning's formula. So what is the given data here? Okay, we'll note down what is the given data. So first of all, what is the given to you? So n is given to you. Okay, now value of n is 0.00012, is it? Then the next one is given to you, s is equal to 1 upon 500. I'm not using the slate, I'm using with the mouse, so the handwriting may be not good. Then the next one is given to you, diameter. Okay, diameter of sieve is given to you, how much it is? 1 meter, is it? Then it is running with a gradient 1 in 500, 0.6 is the depth. So small d upon capital D is given to you as 0.6, is it? So what will be the value of small d? Small d is equal to 0.6 into 1 is equal to 0.6. Okay, small d is equal to 0.6. Are you there? Are you with me? Excuse me. Shall I go to the next point? So this is the given values. Okay, V is being asked to go for to solve the V, small v, Q discharge. D is given to you 1 meter, S is equal to 1.5, 1 upon 500, D by D is equal to 0.6, N is equal to 0.012, D by D. Then in that form, D by D is equal to, we have used this formula 1 upon 2 into 1 minus cos theta by 2. From that we can derive the theta as well as sine theta, is it? D by D is equal to 0.6 is equal to 1 upon 2 into bracket 1 minus cos theta by 2. Okay, now 1.2 and that 2 we have taken it here to this side, 0.6 multiplied by 2 is becomes 1.2 is equal to 1 minus cos theta by 2. From that we have calculated theta is equal to 203.07. Okay, does everybody's theta is same? Does everybody's theta is same? Keep on responding fast. Why you are taking time? Okay, good. Thank you, Snehal. Then from that we have calculated sine theta is equal to minus 0.3913. Is it? Now first condition we will go for sieve running full. In that case, capital A is equal to pi by 4 d square and d is given to us a 1. So from that we can calculate capital A, that is area. Then cross-sectional area of circular sieve with a diameter 1 meter will get 0.7855 meters square. From that we can calculate the perimeter. Perimeter is equal to pi d, pi into 1 is equal to 3.1416 meter. R is equal to d by 4 is equal to 0.25 meter. Capital R is the hydraulic mean depth of circular sieve. It is calculated by us is 0.25. Hope your answers are matching with my answer. Okay. Then the second condition for partially full running, small a upon capital A is equal to theta by 360 minus sin theta by 2 pi, is it? So theta we have already calculated. What is the value of theta? Theta we have calculated in our earlier page, that is 0203.07 upon 360 minus sin theta is minus 0.3919, is it? Minus 0.3919 upon 2 pi, is it? So that minus minus become plus. So we can calculate a by a. So the final answer for small a is equal to 0.492 meters square. Are you is your answer similar to my answer? Is your answer similar to my answer? If not, let me know. I do have to correct or you do have to correct, please. Yes ma'am. Okay, thank you, Snehal. Whether Snehal only is present in the class? Okay, from that next step we can calculate r upon r is equal to formula for that 1 minus 360 sin theta upon 2 pi theta. So sin theta value is in minus, so here directly I have converted 1 plus 360 0.3919 upon 2 pi theta. Value of theta is 203.07 and calculated value for r upon r is equal to 1.1106. Okay, from that we can calculate small r by keeping the value of capital R as 0.25. We have calculated it earlier. So small r is equal to 0.2776. Is this value matching with my value? Is your value matching with my value? R is equal to 0.2776. Reply, please. It seems that you have not solved this problem and you may be copying from my board. Is the same value? Snehal, you can reply. I don't think anybody else has solved that equation. Example. Simple examples are there. Snehal Chormule, is your answer something different? Oh, great. Snehal also stopped talking with me. Okay. You want to see previous slide? Yes. A upon A is equal to theta upon 360. Matching the answer. Okay. Shall we move to the next then? Then small v is equal to 1 upon n into r raised to 2 by 3 into s raised to half. 1 upon n, value of n is 0.012 into bracket value of r we have calculated 0.2776 raised to 2 by 3. A value of s is given to you in a formula problem itself, that is 1 upon 500 raised to 1 by 2, is it? So from that we have calculated the value of small v, that is 1.479 meter per second, is it? Now calculate q, discharge, is equal to that value of v is matching to you with my value. Please check. Please check value of v is equal to 1.479 or not. .5859. Anybody else, please? Snail's answer is 1.5859. Anybody else answer is different? Or can somebody recalculate it? Maybe I am wrong. I will also calculate here. I will check, recheck. Hello.
हॅलो हा केलता का कॉल
हो केला होता की का Okay, what we were. Does anybody has calculated this? I was little busy with my another call. Does anybody has calculated this? कितने बुरे हो आप लोग, बात भी नहीं करते मेरे साथ. हाँ? और मैं इतनी बुरी हूँ कि आप लोग मेरे साथ बात नहीं करना चाहते. Let me know. कोई तो बुरा होगा ना, इसलिए आप लोग बात नहीं करते हैं. I don't have proper calculator with me right now, so I'm trying to calculate it with my mobile calculator. Okay, yeah, 1.58 itself is the correct answer. Yeah, many students have replied. Swapnil Kakade, then Snehal Chormule again. Ma'am, I have calculated twice, but answer is yes. I have also calculated it is 1.58509. Arvi Kavade also has replied. Thank you, everybody. Okay, now, see, so sorry, where I was. I think here. Yes. So this answer should be 1.58. 1.5859. That is the answer. Okay. Then your Q also will change. Don't go with my Q. Calculate Q now. Q is equal to A into V. Is it? Or directly we will calculate. Calculate Q is equal to A into V. Here, what you should do, I think I have not written properly. Capital Q is equal to capital A into capital V. Capital A you should take. What is the value of capital A? You have calculated earlier. You have calculated value of capital A. What is this? Keep on talking. I have to go back. 0.78. Is it 0.7855 into what is the V? Value of V capital. Okay, let me know what we have to do. What we are supposed to find out. Small q we are supposed to find out. For that purpose, formula for q upon q is equal to capital A upon small a into capital V upon small v. Is it? Then further capital A upon small a and capital V upon small v converts into capital R upon small r raised to 2 by 3. Is it? So that we have derived in earlier equation. Shall I go to that point? Capital A upon in the derivation we have derived the formula for this. See here, hydraulic mean depth R upon R, then V upon V is equal to small r upon capital R. Ulta, I did ulta. Okay, small r upon capital R raised to 2 by 3. So what is the formula for Q upon small q upon capital Q is equal to small q upon capital Q is equal to that formula small a upon capital A into r small r upon capital R raised to 2 by 3. Okay, this is the formula. So small a we have calculated, capital A we have calculated, small r we have calculated, capital R you have calculated, raised to 2 by 3. Is it? So that will be the answer for q upon small q upon capital Q. Is it? And from that small q you can calculate by calculating this value. You can take this value. I did something wrong, so I am not showing that part. So from that, whatever the value you are calculating, so from that you can write down q upon q is equal to this value. It will be there, is it? Then in small q is equal to capital Q into this value. You will get the discharge, is it? So this way calculate and tell me the answer. Some of the students have replied me in the chat box. I will check the chat box. Let me check the chat box. Okay, Q is equal to 1.246 Snehal. And Swapnil, which answer you had given? 2.44? Same for Q, na? Yes. Okay, then small q. What is the answer for small q, or this is the answer for small q? Let me know, guys, so I can declare it for all these other students. Okay, reply me. Or shall I tell you once again what you need to do? Okay, I will write here. I will try to write here in this. Okay. So what we are going to calculate? Small q we need to calculate, is it? So for that purpose, formula for small q upon capital Q is equal to small v upon capital V, small a upon capital A into small r upon capital R raised to 2 by 3. Raised to 2 by 3, is it? Then small q, small a upon capital A. Capital A and small a we have already calculated earlier. That value as it is you can take, as it is value of r upon r you can take, raised to 2 by 3 you can take, and then small q upon capital Q value, and then from that you can calculate small q. Okay, Snehal has calculated capital Q value as value of capital Q is 1.2456 and small q value is 0.6717. Others can check the answer. If there is no reply within a 1 minute, I will assume that you have checked, then we'll proceed. Shall we move to the next point? Hello guys. Yeah, today's strength is good. Okay, I will go to the next point. Next that which point was remain? I think. Okay, let me check that diagrams. Pump in that pumping station is remain. No. Okay, I will go to that. Pumping station. Okay, this part we have started already in the last lecture. Okay, I think only the last part is remained. Sewage and sludge pumping, it's a necessity. With 2 examples I have explained. Then what problems we are facing while pumping, because the sewage pumping is not easy as the water pumping is easy, because of its presence of foul gases, suspended solids, corrosive material, hazardous material in that, is it? Then where should be the pumping station, that also we have discussed. And then we have discussed different types of pumps. These are the different types of pumps. Okay, now we will come to the last point, that is a pumping station. Okay, how many of you have drawn the figure? Do I have shared that slides? Do I have shared the slides in the last lecture? बोलो भाई, अपना माइक ऑन करो और बोलो, बातें कया करो. It will look good if you are talking. Oh great, I have not shared, I think, and nobody asked me to share, though we have discussed in the class that I will share. You should remind to me, no? Class test, how many of you have solved the class test? I will check and I will tell how many of you have solved. Okay, I have received 41 responses. I have received 41 responses. Authors are requested to do complete, otherwise it will not be considered your attendance. Okay, and from tomorrow I will stop that. Okay. Okay, let us see the diagram. Don't draw it, or if possible, while explanation itself, you can draw. And once again, I will share, immediately I will share that file with you. Otherwise, I will forget. Okay, after this lecture, immediately. Now here you can see, this is a pumping station. What example I had given to you in a pumping station, about the pumping station? Pumping station, in a Gopalpur city it is established, sorry, Gopalpur village, it is established near to that particular river, is it? So entire sewage from the city is being collected and transported towards the Gopalpur area. And in that Gopalpur, one pumping station has been constructed, and from that we are sending that sewage towards the wastewater treatment plant, which is established at the high level in a Gopalpur behind the Vruddhashram. Okay, now we'll talk about this. This is the inlet or low. So let me take a note. Annotate. I don't know how to pronounce it. Annotate. Okay, this is the inlet. Are you able to see? This is the inlet. Okay, inlet or low level sewer. So entire waste from a city has been collected, and this main sewer or trunk sewer is this, and this is allowed to enter into this pumping station. Okay, now here this is the first sluice valve. Sluice valve, it is a closed pumping station. It is a closed pumping station. At the top, it is provided here the valve, which is with the help of this valve, we can control the opening and closing of inlet. Sluice valve, different types of valves you might have studied in a water supply engineering second section, first chapter. Okay, in that sluice valve, what is the working function of sluice valve? Function of sluice valve is to allow to completely flow or completely stop. Is it? So this way, the sluice valve will be can be operated from the top with the help of this rod, and it will allow to enter the sewage or it will stop to enter the sewage. So I should provide the sluice valve here. Suppose something went wrong in this forward direction and we are not able to send that sewage through the pump, or pump has been broken down here. Breakdown of pump is being performed, or there is no electricity is the problem. In that case, we are not supposed to allow to enter the sewage in a same way, in the same flow rate. We should stop it and we should send that sewage through the somewhere else, yeah, whatever the provision, substitute provision we have made for the disposal of sewage. Okay, is that clear? Now, this sluice, after that sluice valve, the sewage will be allowed to enter into this grit channel. Grit channel. What is meant by grit channel? Where the grit particles can be removed. What are the grit particles? Debris particles, sand particle, crushed stones, egg cells, or whatever the inorganic material in a small form, settleable form can be identified as a grits. Okay, now here hopper bottom tank has been constructed to settle out the grit particles. These are the sedimented type of particles, heavy particles are there. So it will be settled in this portion, is it? And from that portion, do we allow to keep on settling here? We are not supposed to allow to keep settling here for a longer period, because this complete pumping station is in a continuous operation. Okay, so continuously we can remove these grit particles with the help of this. A minute, I will remove this with the help of this perforated buckets. So how these buckets are being arranged, you can see this side buckets direction is like this, and at this side the bucket direction is ulta. So what it does, so it is moving in this direction. It is moving in this direction. So while coming to the portion here, it will take the grits and will go up. This will be a continuous movement. It will be in a continuous moving position. And each that perforated bucket, why we are seeing perforated bucket? Because this is a bucket which is having a hole from the bottom side, which holes will allow to fall down the water, which will allow to fall down the water, but will not allow to fall down the grit particles, is it? So from that it will be keep on falling down the water, but not the grit particles. So the grit particles will be collected here in the disposable tank, and this process will be keep on working continuously. Are you getting? Do you understand? Shall I remove this whatever the marks I did, I will remove it. I hope you understood. Is it? So this is the, so the once again I will explain. Okay, this is a grit chamber. This is a grit chamber. A second, I am not able to. Okay, this is a grit chamber, hopper bottom. Why to hopper bottom? because these are the grit particles, easily will be settled and will be collected at the center. Once it is collected here, with the help of perforated buckets movement in a continuous way with this direction, it will collect the entire particles whatever will be settling here along with each movement, and will go on move and it will fall down here in this bucket. Okay, this way we can remove the continuously whatever the grit particles are being collected into this grit chamber. Okay, now after that grit chamber there is a coarse screen. What is the screening? So in the next chapter we are going to study in detail what is the coarse screening, what is the all these core screen. Here you can see this is a core screen. Screening is simply used to remove the larger size particles. So coarse screening in the sense it is a larger size particles removal arrangement is being made here. Okay, so it will not allow to flow through this pipe further the larger size particles. Then the fine screen is provided here. Fine screen, why it is provided fine screen? To further remove the fine particles which is not being settled down in the grit chamber and which is not being removed with this core screen. So that particles can be removed with the help of fine screen. And fine screens cleaning is a continuous process with the help of this rod. So it will be a mechanical or mechanical process can be provided for the cleaning purpose of the fine screen. Okay, so the entire whatever the settleable removable particles is possible to remove from the pumping station, you are supposed to remove from out of that room. You are not supposed to allow to keep these particles or the impurities or the solids in that room. You have to remove it out from that particular room. Okay, then the water waste sewage is coming into this sump well. So why should sump well has to be designed? So very fundamental point we have discussed while deciding what are the problems arising in the sewage flow, sewage pumping. So the one of the problem we have discussed about the fluctuation in a discharge. The discharge is not constant, so it will keep on moving. So accordingly, if the less discharge is there, whether we should change the capacity of pump, or if suddenly discharge is increased, then we should increase the capacity of pump. Does it possible? It is not possible. So then we should decide the constant capacity of the pump, and we should make possible to have the constant flow rate, constant discharge. And for that purpose, sump well has to be designed. Now, how the sump well is working? So here it is a wet well, or we can say it is a sump well. So in that sump well, this is a float operated switch. So this is a float. Here you can see a small, larger size, little larger size has been shown to you. That is nothing but the float, is it? So what will, this is a float is nothing but operating with the level of water. Okay, if the level of water is getting reduced, the float will go down. Let me show you. Okay, here is the float. If the level of water increasing this way, in that case, float will go up. Is it? So once it is going up, that it will operate automatically, it will convert into on position. And if the level of sewage is going down and it is reaching up to this, in that case, automatically that switch will come down and it will become off. So that's why it is called as the float operated switch. Automatically, so it will keep on constant, it will maintain the constant discharge with the help of sump well or the wet well. Are you getting? With the help of sump well or wet well, we can keep the discharge constant. Now, if the discharge is constant, and it is no need to keep on running the pump continuously. Whenever there is a quantity, it will automatically get on. Whenever there is no quantity, it will automatically get off. what is it is it is operating that motor, switching off and switching on with the level of sewage. Then there is a